Alright, I'm gonna get set up here. Look at this out of the way. Alright. Yeah, I will be using notes a little bit tonight because contrary to belief, I am not 14 years old. I do know I look like it and I sound like it. I'm actually 38 and I smoke a lot of weed. So, I be forgetting shit, right? I be forgetting shit. Like, it's getting really hard to tell the difference between senior moments and stoner moments, right? So, how about that Super Bowl? I know, like, I have never wanted to take a bath with a toaster so bad in my life, okay? At the halftime show, it sucked, okay? In my opinion, it sucked. I love Kendrick, but that was a terrible halftime show. Look, don't argue with me, all right? Because it's obvious that in an argument, I will never be the bigger person. All right, so, I recently got some new AirPods. They actually double as hearing aids. And I never realized how fucking loud I was, okay? Also, it turns out my voice isn't raspy because of smoking. It's actually raspy because I've been yelling at everybody for the past 20 years. They do come in useful though. Like, I love using them to eavesdrop on people, because they don't know. I'll just be sitting there. You hear all kinds of shit. Let me tell you. The other day I went shopping for my grandmother. My grandmother is 92, okay? And she's kind of got a huncher, but my grandmother is basically Quasimodo, okay? So she doesn't get out the house much. But I went shopping for her at Walmart the other day, and as I made my way from the grocery section over to the electronics section, I'm not gonna lie, I crop dusted the shit out of Walmart, y'all, okay? And these were not silent farts, okay? These had some substance. I could hear them. I had my AirPods in, okay? But I'm at the age where, I don't give a fuck. All right, I will be having a full-blown conversation with you, looking you dead in your eyes, and just be letting them rip. Don't care. Oh, let's see. I haven't been doing comedy that long. As DVD said, I used to do hip-hop. I used to do a lot of rap stuff. I did that for almost 10 years. I've only been doing comedy about a year and a half, going on 2 years. But one thing they say in comedy is you're not supposed to punch down, okay? They say never punch down in comedy, right? It's not a problem for me. The only people I can punch down on are like kids and maybe people in wheelchairs. Alright. Let's see. Oh, I am almost 2 years clean from cocaine. Thank you. Yeah, my desire to do cocaine is like women's desire to sleep with me. It's pretty much non-existent. No, it was a lot of fun. One thing I don't miss though is cocaine dick, okay? And if you don't know what that is, I'll explain. Cocaine dick is a lot like having a disgruntled employee. It's like, I'll show up, but I'm not gonna work. Alright, what else we got? So, we all use social media, right? Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff. There's two things though I never post on social media. It's relationships and money. Mainly because I don't have either. I'm 38, leave me alone. I do have carpal tunnel though. As you can see, I'm wearing this wrist brace. Okay? Doctor told me to wear it at night when I sleep. But I find it very, very hard to sleep with this thing on. It's even harder to masturbate with it on. Okay? I've tried. Alright? Look, guys, I don't know if any of you have been through this, but it is extremely hard to put a Band-Aid on your dick. Okay? It's even harder to keep it on. for? Okay. So I have a rare immune deficiency, okay? And once a month, I'm supposed to get an IV, okay? And it helps boost my immune system. Well, a few months ago, I was getting my IV, and I'm sitting there, I got the IV in my hand. Nurse comes in to change the medicine. She grabs the tube, and she starts shaking it, right? And I'm like, what are you doing that for? And she goes, well, you see that's not dripping up here? Usually if you shake it, it gets things flowing. I'm like, say no more. I'm 38, I get it. Usually I have to shake it to get it to stop dripping, But I felt it was my duty as a man to explain the rules to her. Guys, if you shake it more than 3 times, you're what? Playing with it, that's right. Yes. I had a doctor's appointment recently. I had some sinus infection going on, and I got a cool doctor. They were like, all right, well, we'll waive the copay, right? Well, I had this bump forming on my hand, right? And I got scared, right? I was like, oh shit, because I don't know about y'all, but I don't use a rubber when I jerk off, all right? And I thought my pull-out game was strong, okay? But I thought I was gonna have to buy a Plan B for my hand, right? The doctor was like, no, man, it's cool, it's just a cyst, right? Leave it alone, it'll go away on its own. I'm like, thank God, I couldn't afford to pay for this doctor's visit, let alone an abortion. All right, we got a lot of good choices here. All right, cool. As I brought up, I am 38, which they say in America, the average life expectancy of a male is 76. Okay, I tried the rapping thing, mainly to get laid. Didn't work. So now I'm trying comedy for the same reason. Also, I'd like to welcome everybody to my midlife crisis. Hello. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm a little guy. I realize this. And buying clothes is really hard for me, okay? Let me explain. From the top half up, I have to buy men's. Everything from the bottom down, I get to buy kids. I save a lot of money, okay? The problem is God blessed me with a grown man dick, okay? So, I recently bought some new boxer briefs, right? But in order to make it, the logistics work, I had to kind of tuck it in, a lot like I imagine a trans person would, okay? I don't know. All right, no disrespect to the alphabet community, by the way. No, but I did find out that my dick can touch my butthole. Hey, it's not gay if it's you, right? Right? Okay. I don't know. I'm just now finding out. I have sciatica, so if I'm limping with my left leg, that's the sciatica. If I'm limping with my right leg, it's because I got my dick tucked into my boob. Okay? It's a whole different kind of limp, guys. So, I was watching videos on Facebook the other day. Ladies, some of you might be familiar with this, but it was a video, and they were talking about the 666 rule, right? Okay. If you don't know what the 666 rule is, I'll explain. It's criteria women use for men, right? He must be at least 6 foot tall, okay? He must have at least a 6-inch dick, and he must make at least 6-figure income, okay? And the guy on this podcast, whatever, was explaining in percentages how these expectations just aren't realistic, right? And I got me thinking, I'm like, well, the 555 rule applies to me. I'm 5'3". I have a 5-inch dick, and I make 5-figure income. I'm lying, I don't make 5 figures. I work at a gas station, guys, come on now. at a gas station though. I actually do have a trans customer, male and female, that comes in, and for the purposes of this story, I'm just going to use their preferred pronoun, she. Okay. Well, she was shopping around the other day, and apparently had to use the restroom, right? So I just stood back, and I just waited and watched, because I wanted to see what restroom she used. Well, she ended up using the men's. Once again, that's fine, I'm not judging. But my first thought was, well, I guess somebody doesn't have the balls to start using their preferred restroom, huh? And my second thought was, well, maybe that's why you're not using the women's restroom, because you do still have them. I don't know. Look, like I said, nothing against the Alphabet community, okay? But until they add J in there, and I feel represented, all right, I'm going to talk some shit, all right? So LGBTQIA, let's add a J, all right? And by the way, kids already have a hard time reading. Can we stop rearranging the alphabet? I mean, it's just making things more complicated. I don't know. I'm a guy, you know, I think a lot. I think a lot. You know why guys are great thinkers and women are great talkers? Any ideas? Women think it's because, you know, they're smarter and they have to explain everything to men. Ladies, am I right? Wives, girlfriends, am I right? Right? No, it's not the case. It's not the case. You guys are wrong. I know you guys don't want to hear this, but you're wrong. You want to know why? It's because guys have 2 heads and women have 4 lips. So, I was scrolling on Facebook the other day, and one of my Facebook friends, she had posted her ethnicity results, right? And it was all, you're this, you're that, you're this, I'm like, just say you're white. Just say, we don't care that you're 17 different kinds of white, okay? Just say you're white, all right? Speaking of white, I feel like if you're a white guy or a white person, and you say the word brother with a hard R, you just might be racist, okay? I mean, think about it. Who are the main people that use brother come to mind, right? Hulk Hogan and the KKK. And I'm pretty sure Hulk Hogan is a part of the KKK. We just don't know because he's always got that fucking hood on. Am I right, brother? Guys, I just want to thank every single one of you guys for coming out. I want to thank Daniel and Vivo. I want to thank DVD, Dan, Walter, and everybody else. I'm Jay Vassar.